Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. So, we welcome everyone for today's discussion on Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the manual of life. So, before we proceed ahead, I would like to ask some of you can tell us what we discussed yesterday. Yes, you can unmute yourself and tell.
We should have benefit of chanting of Hare Krishna mantra.
Yeah, so can you tell one or two benefits? What benefit we get by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra?
Relax of mind,
Yeah, very nice.
burn away
What else?
bad habits,
Yeah, all the bad habits are burnt. What else? Yes, okay, very nice, Kunal. Thank you. Anyone else would like to share what we discussed yesterday? Yes, try. Astha, you have written. Can you tell? Speak. Unmute yourself and speak. So, Astha has written. So, by chanting Hare Krishna, we get connected to Supreme Lord Krishna. Actually, this is the greatest benefit. Others are also benefit. Means mind becomes calm, and it chanting of Hare Krishna burns away all our bad habits. We become free from sinful reactions and relief from sinful tendencies are destroyed. But the greatest benefit is when you chant Hare Krishna, actually you are present with Krishna. Krishna is with you in the form of his holy name. And that is the most important benefit. You are personally associating with Krishna. So that is the greatest advantage. Okay, good. So anyone else would like to say something? Or we will proceed ahead. Okay. So now our next session is, which is very important session, most wanted session, you can say, because everyone is searching after this. Everyone is practically mad for this, but in the wrong direction. That is why instead of getting peace or happiness, one becomes frustrated. But if you can find a real thing, then you become really joyful. So in our previous session, we discussed about sublime. One can get sublime joy by chanting Hare Krishna. So now in this session, session 6, we'll be discussing what is that which you will get after chanting Hare Krishna so that you will become completely joyful. What is that? So can any one of you guess what everyone is hankering after in this world? What everyone is looking after? Of course, happiness. So no need to write that answer. Everyone, of course, everyone wants happiness. But by what thing one is searching for happiness? What does everyone is expecting in this world that one should do with him or with that person? Yes. Yes, can anybody tell? Please try. Pleasure. Okay, pleasure and happiness is the same thing. But through what means one wants to get happiness? Money? No. Money is there, but still uh, there is something which everyone is looking after, even greater than money. Lust of all kinds. Okay, actually, it's correct, lust, but people know in different ways. Okay, let me tell you. So discover real eternal love. Everyone is hankering after love. Everyone wants to be loved, and everyone wants to love somebody. But unfortunately, in this material world, in this world, you will not find any person uh, from whom you can get real eternal love, and you will not find any person to whom you can give your complete 100% love. That's not possible. So, and because of this reason only, because of unable to find a person, suitable person from whom we can get the real eternal 100% true love, or we don't find any person to whom we can love completely, fully, with full faith, full trust. That is why when we come across any person in this world who with whom we develop so much trust, and we because of having so much trust and faith, we give our 100% love. And as soon as, because the candidate is not perfectly suitable, so naturally he or she is going to uh, go against our trust, faith, and that is why this thing happens in this world, breakup. Why there is breakup? So breakup happens not only among just girlfriend, boyfriend. Breakup happens even among friends, master and servant, husband and wife, mother and children, parents and children, and teacher and student, politician and this citizens. That breakup happens. Why? Because when in any relationship, when one gets connected, so the hope is that this relationship will make them completely happy, and there will be transaction of true love. That is the hope. With this hope, one develops some kind of relationship. A mother, as soon as she gets a baby, so she thinks, I will love my child very much, and I will, and when that child will grow up, he or she will also give so much love and care for me. And so that is expectation. When a person, a boy, a girl, they get married, so they have this expectation that we will lead very happy and loving life. But it is not going to happen. So the expectation is too much, but over the period of time, the reality comes. Actually, that is not the case. So what is the reason for this? We will discuss about this. And who is the true person or true personality with whom, if we can develop our relationship, then our real eternal love will never slack down, and we can experience through this real eternal love, we can experience sublime joy, eternal joy, complete happiness and bliss. And interestingly, I will tell, and then we'll discuss about this session. So this, to find out this real eternal love, and the person with whom we can develop this real eternal love, exchange this complete and true love, that medium or the process is actually chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that is the special benefit or advantage of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. In the previous session, we discussed about some temporary benefits of chanting Hare Krishna, which is of course such very great benefits, no doubt about it, because in this world, everyone is suffering a lot because of mental pressure, anxiety, fear, and all kinds of distress, disturbances. So this is great anxiety, no doubt about it. And no amount of material adjustment can solve all these disturbing situation in this material world. So by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can get rid of all these material disturbances. And this effect, this benefit is just a side benefit, just a side benefit of chanting Hare Krishna. This is not the actual benefit. What is actual benefit? The actual benefit of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is that you can experience real love, true, real, eternal love within your heart for the Supreme Lord, Krishna. And Krishna, the Supreme Lord, he also becomes very much obliged to love such a great soul who is constantly taking shelter of his holy name, chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We will discuss about this in the sessions. When the chanting is also done in two ways. The chanting can be done in an offensive way and a pure way. There is Shuddhana and there is Namaparad. Offensive chanting and pure chanting. So when a person who is chanting, not chanting pure name, is not actually chanting pure name. Not Pure chanting means that one chants only for getting associated with Supreme Lord Krishna, with no other desire. He does not chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra to get rid of material problems. That is known as pure chanting. And when one chants Hare Krishna Mahamantra with some intention to clarify, to mitigate his suffering, to get rid of material problems, then that kind of chanting is known as offensive chanting or namabhas, or it's not pure chanting. So now, so this when a person who is not even chanting pure holy name, when he also chants, offensive chanting is there. At that time also Krishna is becomes so merciful, so inclined to give him all kinds of protection. That is the love of Krishna, Supreme Lord. So although a living entity, a person who is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra has no inclination to love Krishna, but Krishna is so merciful, he's so kind, and he loves us so much that even in that condition, Krishna, he becomes affectionate to that person who is not inclined to chant pure name, and he gives him all protection, just like in the case of Ajamila. This is a very lengthy story, but I shall narrate. So there was a nice Brahmana named Ajamila who used to live in Avantipur, not Avantipur, this what is that place? Kannauj in Uttar Pradesh. So, so he was a very pure Brahmana by birth, but because of some bad association with a prostitute, he became fallen, and he got degraded, and he started doing all kinds of sinful activity, prostitution, gambling, intoxication, all kinds of nonsense activity, robbery, murder, everything he started doing. So later on, his entire life became completely sinful. But because in the beginning of his life, he was trained as a pure Brahmana, so he was inclined, he was accustomed for chanting mantras and worshipping Lord Narayana. So by the mercy of Lord Narayana, he got the inspiration to name his last son as Narayana. So at the time of death, in a helpless condition, just to because he was helpless and he was just in the mood of getting shelter or getting protection from Yamadutas, he loudly chanted the name of his own son, Narayana. He did not mean to take shelter of Narayan. And even if he had meant to uh, chant the actual Lord, the name of Lord Narayana, but still that was not pure name, because he was chanting name of Lord Narayana to get protection from this fearful situation, not for the sake of serving the Lord. So, so he was not chanting pure name, but still Lord Narayana took it very seriously, and he gave him all protection. And not only that, he gave him second chance. And then when he got second chance, he started chanting pure name. He left all kinds of material desires, and he started chanting pure name. And then finally he got liberated and went back home, back to God, back home to God. So in this way, so even if a person who chants Hare Krishna Mahamantra with material motivations, so that is also good, no problem. Krishna is inclined to reciprocate the loving feelings, although we are not inclined to love Krishna. So in this way, in this session, we'll discuss about this. So first of all, we'll try to understand what is our real eternal love and how one can attain that eternal love. So this real eternal love fulfill the ever longing of the heart. Everyone's heart is longing for some kind of mellow, rus, or emotions to get fulfilled. That's why everyone hankers to make some kind of relationship. Uh, Everyone tries, not only human beings, but even animals also, birds, beasts, and animals, because in each and every living entity there is soul, and that is the hankering for the soul. To love somebody and to be loved by somebody it's not material thing. It's actually the symptom of soul. But because of ignorance, one who doesn't know that I am not this body, I am a spirit soul, because of this ignorance, she tries to love somebody on material platform, and he wants to be loved materially. And because of this misconception, this illusion, one does not experience real joy. But if one can repose his loving tendency to a suitable personality, the Supreme Lord, then he can experience the real love and real joy through that love. So discover real eternal love. So, these four things we will discuss in this session. First of all, attraction principle. Now, nowadays, many people they talk about attraction principle, and then second, Supreme Lord and soul, the relationship between boss and das, Supreme Lord and soul, and then third is um, dharma of the soul, loving service. So first thing is principle. This attraction principle is there, and this attraction principle is based on some kind of relationship between the Supreme Lord and soul. And when this relationship is there, then there is dharma. Dharma means duty or the activity which should be performed. That is loving service to God. And then finally, we will discuss actually, we are not gods, we are gods. That means we belong to God, but we can never become God. So these four things we'll discuss. So first is attraction principle. So in this material world, everyone feels some kind of attraction towards some kind of person who has certain opulences. It may be beauty, or it may be intelligence, knowledge, it may be a strength, fame, or renunciation. These six opulences are there, because of which a person becomes attracted towards another person. So so where does this attraction principle originates? That is the question. So in this world, who attracts us in this world? So anyone, everyone is attracted to someone beautiful, strong, or wealthy. Why? What is the reason? Because originally these opulences are present in God in oceanic quantity, who is supremely attractive. That is the meaning of Krishna. So Krishna means Sarva Akarshati iti Krishna. One who attracts everyone. He is Krishna. So, and why does Krishna attracts everyone? Because of six opulences. There are six opulences. We will be discussing one by one. So, because of six opulences, Aishwarya, known as Aishwarya, which are present in unlimited degree in Supreme Lord Krishna. So Krishna becomes very, very attractive to everyone. Anyone who just comes in contact with even slightly, he becomes attracted to the Supreme Lord Krishna. And in this world, a person who gets attracted to somebody else other than the Supreme Lord Krishna, so that is because of he doesn't know the opulences of the Supreme Lord, and some of the fraction of one or two or three, some of the opulences of Krishna are very minutely present in some living entity. So that living entity becomes attractive. So that is attraction principle. So what is the attraction principle? The person is not attractive. The body is not attractive. The attraction principle is the minute amount of opulence of Supreme Lord present in any living entity attracts us. That is the attraction principle. Just like uh, anyone who is attracted to Ambani. So the person is not attracted to Ambani. He is attracted to the wealth of Ambani, not the Ambani person. So Ambani becomes attractive because of wealth, richness. So what is that rich? Wealth. So that wealth is just a minute opulence of Krishna's entire wealth. Krishna is the wealthiest person, richest person. And by the mercy of God, when a living entity known as Ambani, he gets a little minute quantity of wealth. So he also, because of that attraction principle of wealth, which is present originally in unlimited degree, permanently in Supreme Lord, when any living entity gets it minutely for temporary period of time, so that person becomes minutely attractive to other living entity for temporary period of time. So that is the attraction principle. So one by one we'll discuss about this. This is very important. So please listen it very carefully. You will understand basic fundamental principle of attraction. Why one gets attracted to any person. So conclusion I'll speak right away, and then we will in detail we'll discuss about it. So conclusion is that we get attracted to any person because of the opulences of Krishna, because we all are naturally attracted to the Supreme Lord. Krishna, the Supreme Lord, he attracts everyone naturally. And because we are naturally attracted to him, that's why any of his opulences which are present in minute quantity in any living entity, that attracts us. So before understanding this attraction principle in more detail, we'll first of all, we will try to understand what is the meaning of Bhagavan. Definition of Bhagavan is given by Parasar Muni. Parasar Muni is father of Ved Vyas. So he defines Bhagavan. So he says the great sage Parasar defines Bhagavan as one who is full in six opulences. Full means unlimitedly. So what are those six opulences? Please write it down. You should remember these six opulences, because only these six opulences are there in this world which attracts us. Either we are attracted to beauty of some person, some woman or some man, or we are attracted to wealth of some person, knowledge of somebody, fame of somebody, strength and renunciation of somebody. So these are attraction principle, which are present in unlimited degree and full amount, and for eternally which are present, permanently which are present in the body of Sri Krishna. And Bhagavan, that's why he is known as Bhagavan. So Bhaga means Aishwarya, opulence. The word Bhagavan, it means Bhaga plus one. So Bhaga means Aishwarya, opulence, and one means one who possesses. So Krishna being Bhagavan, Supreme God, he possesses all these six opulences. So now we'll try to see how Krishna possesses all these opulences in full amount. So this makes God all attractive to everyone. So the soul, being part and parcel of God, possesses similar characteristics of God, but in minute proportion. So soul, any soul in this world, because he is part and parcel of God, so he also possesses these opulences, but in very minute quantity. And he also becomes the attractive to some degree. So Bhagavan means this Bhaga plus one. Bhaga means opulence, and Van means one who possesses, just like Gyanvan. Gyanvan means one who has Gyan, he is Gyanvan. Dhanvan means one who has Dhan, riches, he is Dhanvan. Similarly, Balavan means one who has strength, he is Balavan. So similarly, Bhagavan means one who has Bhaga. Bhaga means opulence, Aishwarya in unlimited amount, he is Bhagavan. Not everyone can claim to be Bhagavan. One should have all the six opulences in full amount, then only he can claim to be Bhagavan. So if we analyze all the demigods, all the human beings, all kinds of living entities, and through scriptures, if we analyze, we come to the conclusion. The great sages, they have come to this conclusion that Bhagavan, only Krishna is Bhagavan, because Krishna is the only personality who possesses all the opulences, all the six opulences in unlimited degree, eternally, permanently. Never gets exhausted of any kind of opulences. So that is. So references of the word Bhagavan are there. In Bhagavad Gita, it appears 28 times. And in Srimad Bhagavatam, it appears 140 times. So Krishna has been referred in the Bhagavad Gita 28 times as Bhagavan. And he has been referred 140 times as Bhagavan in Srimad Bhagavatam. And these two is most prominent scriptures. And there are other scriptures also where Krishna has been accepted as Bhagavan multiple times. So that is in terms of wealth, somebody may say, I'm Lakpati, Karodpati, I am Arabpati. But only Krishna can claim I am Lakshmipati. Lakshmipati means everything belongs to me. He is Lakshmipati. Because Lakshmi is the source of all the wealth. So Krishna is Lakshmipati. So these six opulences. The first one is beauty. Second one is wealth. Third is knowledge. Albert Einstein's knowledge. Albert Einstein, he doesn't look handsome. He's not so powerful, but still we are attracted towards him. So many fans he has got. Why? Because of knowledge. So knowledge is also one of the opulence. Similarly, this strength. If somebody he may be a great fool number one. And of course, those who cannot understand the purpose of life, even though they may be very powerful, but still they are considered to be fool. But but they have strength, so they attract so many people. So strength, and then uh, fame, like Gandhi and Sachin Tendulkar, they have so much fame, so that's why everyone is attracted to them. And finally, renunciation. Renunciation means tyag, one who can renounce all material happiness, material desires, material comforts, especially those who are sannyasis. So they are known as renunciant, and they have renounced. So that is also a attractive principle. One who can renounce everything, because in this world it's very difficult to renounce everything. Material pleasures is very difficult to renounce. So if anyone can renounce, he may not be handsome or beautiful, he may not be very wealthy, he may not be very powerful, may not be very knowledgeable, he may not be very famous, but still because he has simply renounced, so people respect him. And we see this. So this is renunciation. So these are the six opulences, and all the six opulences are present in unlimited amount in the Supreme Lord Krishna. So just like the reflection indicates that the real object must exist elsewhere, similarly, these opulences, these short-lived, minute opulences in material world indicate that the real opulences must be in the spiritual. So in this material world has been compared to be as a reflection of real world, that is which is spiritual world. So this in this reflection, when we go near a pond and we find a reflection of a tree, so although on the tree there are real fruits, but in the reflection also it appears to be that there are fruits. So if somebody goes inside the water and he tries to get a fruit from water, the reflection of the tree in the water. So what he will get? He will not get. He'll get only water, water everywhere. So similarly, in this material world, all these opulences, all this happiness, love, it is just a perverted reflection of original love and opulences and happiness of the spiritual world. That's why this material world is an ocean of dukkha, distress, misery. So in the ocean of miseries, the reflection of happiness is there, a reflection of opulence and happiness and love is there. So and we jump there and we try to find the this love, happiness, and all the opulences in this material world ocean of distress. So what we'll get? We will only get distress only, miseries and problems and distress. That's all. Just like foolish person, a foolish child who doesn't know that this the tree which is appearing in the pond, that is not real tree, it's just a reflection. So she thinks that if I go and take some fruits from the tree which is reflected in the water, so what he will get? He will only get some water content only, that's all. He will not get the real fruit. If he wants real fruit, he has to climb up in the on the tree, real tree, and then take the fruit, and then he can enjoy the fruit. Similarly, those who are foolish, like child, so they try to find the happiness or love in this reflected material world. If that reflection is there on the water of distress, this distress, material problems, misery is dukkha, dukkha is the water of this ocean of material existence. So in the reflection, we will only get miseries, nothing else. So that's why those who are intelligent, they try to find the real opulence or love or happiness in the spiritual atmosphere, spiritual world. So six opulences of the Supreme Lord. So, so we just introduced what are the six opulences and how everyone is just attracted to these six kinds of opulences. And the Supreme Lord originally possesses these six kinds of opulences. So from tomorrow, we'll discuss in detail how Krishna possesses each and every opulences in unlimited degree. So that we'll discuss tomorrow. So thank you very much for kindly coming and attending this session. If there are any questions, you can ask. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. I'll mention one practical thing which we can apply from today's session. That is, so we discussed about the attraction principle. So we get attracted towards things and person, people of this world. uh, So that attraction is not false. That attraction is true. But many a times it happens when we get attracted towards somebody in this world, that becomes the cause of our great distraction. And because of this distraction, we get deviated and ultimately we suffer and we become frustrated. So, especially for those who are young, like all of you are students, young boys and girls. So it is very much it's natural that one gets attracted towards opposite sex. Uh, So because of so this attraction is not false, this attraction is true. But with the help of this session, we understood this attraction is there uh, because we are naturally attracted towards Krishna. So this attraction principle is there because that attracting principle is present in unlimited degree in Krishna. So as soon as whenever we find somebody with whom we are getting attracted, it could be anything, any object or any person. It could be like opposite sex, or it could be some great scientist, or it could be some wealthy person, or it could be some celebrity in this material world. So instead of getting attracted towards them, we should understand if that person is attracting me so much, how much attractive Krishna must be, because this person to whom with whom I'm getting attracted is only having a very minute quantity of opulence, and that too in a pervertedly reflected way. So if I'm getting attracted to just a minute quantity, very, very minute quantity, which is pervertedly reflected in that person, so how much Krishna must be attracted? So why I should not get attracted to the Supreme Lord Krishna? Because this attracting principle is present in unlimited degree in the Supreme Lord in original quality. So only he can he can make me completely satisfied and happy. So in this way we can get inspiration from even from the attraction of this material world. So instead of getting attracted towards the false beauty, false fame, false knowledge, false renunciation, false wealth, false fame, false strength of this material world, in this material world, a person may be having all these kinds of six opulences which are present in a reflected way. So that is why it is false. But attracting principle is not false. That principle is that they are having some reflected opulence, minute opulence of Krishna. So that principle is true, but their possessing these opulences is a false conception. So why should I get attracted toward these false opulences of this material world? I should get attracted to the real opulence, eternal, real, original opulence of the Supreme Lord Krishna, and then I will actually become happy. I will not have to become frustrated from this. So this is the lesson we can learn. Okay. So with this, we shall stop. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.